Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LPL 2025 Split 2.
You see Tangyuan running down here. Already used a Proc Spear Rush to go over the wall. Flash with the charm. Not enough, though, as it's first blood for Tangyuan and RNG. However, Junhao on the way. Tangyuan spot on a ward. There comes the wind, becomes lightning. I think Tangyuan knows he's dead there, as Junhao will make it a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that's very easy.
Really nice buffer. Meanwhile, Jashu already proccing that needlework. The equalizer going to come out, but looks like Zhang is exhausted, which means that ultimate does not do any sort of damage. So Jashu.
And the rest of RNG are on their way.
Yeah, they're here. Niket going to land that pulve onto Junhao. Teleport comes in as well as Tangyuan looks to join the fight. Spear rushes over the minion wave and lands a really nice charm onto Junhao. The bullet time doesn't do enough as RNG are going to pick.
And RNG should get this tower on the bottom side. You can see in the mid lane, however, there is a bit of a congregation from Ultra Prime trying to chunk out this mid-tier while everyone's hit.
They're maybe hunting a little bit, though. Jashu looking for potentially a flank here, as Jashu already getting very low, has to use the Magnet Storm early on, and now Milky Wave's arrived, not in time to get the objective, but in time to pick up a kill, as Jashu gets the first one for RNG. Niket very, very low, as looks like Saber is going to be able to shut him down, making it a 1-for-1. Charm does connect onto Junhao as soon as that Crescent Guard expires, and forces his out to flash away, but Zhang still doing a lot of damage.
Getting connected on by that charm as Ultra Prime on the back of that plate. Despite setup looks pretty good for Ultra Prime as they begun to kind of suffocate RNG out on this side of the map. RNG still do have a total gold lead, and he is holding a little bit of credence when you take a look at the inventory.
Exhaust on your Gwen. But it looks like instead a reset is in order for RNG. They're going to try to use this timer to allow Xiaoshu to pick up this top lane tier 1 turret. Saber not going to be able to do much to stop it. So just getting more gold into the carries for RNG. Bursts down pretty easily if Ultra Prime find him as a target. So instead they're going to peel off. And that means, though, that Junhao can make his way right back onto it with the Audacious Charge. Milky Way still very low. So might be a one-way trip if he decides to go in for a steal or a flip of this objective. Yonakon still getting burned down, but now it's Ultra Prime who control it. The cat dashes in, lands a 2-man pull. Here comes Milky Way. Will he find the steal? No, it's secured here by Wako, and that means that Ultra Prime will have the false lives, but can they get away with any more blood being shed? Jachi gets a bunch of these resets, but all Ultra Prime will do is head back to base after just a couple of seconds, and Junhao is going to try to take one with him.
That makes sense. Xiaoshu also, he's getting this tower no matter what. So,
right, but now we get neither of it. We don't get Tangyuan. We also lose the tower. Now Xiaoshu could get collapsed upon by Xiaoshe, but the rest of RNG are potentially here. It's actually Xiaoshu going forward onto Saber. Might not have been the smartest play, as here come the reinforcements for Ultra Prime. The needlework helping Xiaoshu heal up so much, but finally, Wako will
go over to Ultra Prime, so they're one away from Soul now. But unfortunately, we are in a 10-kill game, 30 minutes in. Prime versus RNG.
Man, now I feel like we've lied to the viewers, Shimada. Remember in the pre-show, we were
like,
this is going to be awesome. These guys are chaotic. They don't care.
Okay. Look, viewers at home, hear me out. In 3 of their best of ones, one was really sleeper, and then the other 2 were really boring. Tangyuan should be fine.
Oh wow, looks like they really want to commit for this play. The bullet time really doesn't find anything, and Xiaoshe in a really bad spot. So is Xiaoshu, though, as he gets taunted up and taken down by Wako. A max range charm does hit Junhao. Niket flashing forward to try to stun up the Xin Zhao. Finally, popping that Crescent Guard. This is the fight that we were looking for, Jamada. The 4th shot, barely unable to take Junhao down. And so far, it is just that.
Yeah, Ultra Prime might be a little bit slow. They can certainly look for a fight off the fact. This Baron is going down a little bit slower than they probably like, though.
No jungler, though. Looks like instead they're going to try to peel for the fight. Magnet Storm hits 3. Equalizer doing a ton. Junhao knocks away everybody with the Crescent Guard except for Niket, who now they're going to try to focus down. Needlework comes out. The bullet time will finish off the cow, and the Baron was never fully reset, so that means that Ultra Prime can go right back to it. It's at 7,000 HP. Milky Way has the flash, has the smite. Curtain call coming out. Remember, there's no ultimate on Junhao, but he does have the Guardian Angel. Tangyuan lands into the charm. 4th shot knock.
Everyone's in the area. There's a lot of elements that have come back up.
Start boiling over soon. This game 1 between Ultra Prime and RNG. Already back to the Baron. Milky Way low once again, which could be a pretty bad spot here for RNG. Xiaoshu is on a nice flank, though. Does have the ultimate available, but will get spotted out by Zhang. And is forced back away. Now Ultra Prime have the move. They can start this objective up with the HP advantage on their jungler. Milky Way forced to just clear out this Gromp. Get a little bit of extra HP back. And now it's going to get spotted out potentially by Xiaosha,
Oh, they
who
could pick
is
Xiaosha
now
up.
in a bad position. Gets stunned up by the counter-strike. Oh, no! Some anti-synergy as Niket headbutts him away. Now RNG are separated, and Niket will once again fall. Ultra Prime with another 1-for-0, at least just for now. Curtain call going to get opened up. Milky Way dashing forward, but he just doesn't do enough damage. Xiaosha will live. The 4-shot goes wide, and Ultra Prime in prime position here in game 1. The bullet time doesn't find anything, as now Jachi has the chance to pop off. Tonghyuan flashes over the wall. They find 2 kills for RNG. The health bars are so low as Junhao will revive from the Guardian Angel, as him and Saber will be...
How quickly can they get through this? That's the question. And can Saber get any? Can anyone get any vision in? Because if Junhao sees this happening, he will win. He's gonna turn around. He doesn't want to risk his life.
Yeah.
Given that
He would have had smite advantage, but would not have had the number.
Pings are there, but like Tonghyuan, he's got to
Very
teleport
late.
over. Yeah,
They're going to spot out Milky Way now. I think if you're Ultra Prime, you just burst this down to 2,000. Can Milky Way, he jumps over the wall. Gonna be a flip, but it's secured by Junhao. But here comes the fight in earnest. Charm lands onto just the rumble here. There's a 4-man pull from Niket. Will it be enough? There's not enough follow-up just yet. Tonghyuan's forced to go golden, but here comes Xiaoshu with the needlework already bursting down Ultra Prime. Saber forced to go golden. RNG going to win the team fight, but the Baron goes over to UP.
Completely swung. 1.5k in the negative, so it's technically a 3k cold swing. As hello, Junhao.
Ooh, he flashes over the pulverize, trying to get down Jachi. That's an 800 goal shutdown over to the Junhao. Now going for Niket.
Hold on.
For a second kill. He's going 1v3 at this point. He dashes forward and picks it up. Junhao on the Jinzhao Howdy. It's like one of those TikToks where everything just goes exactly as to plan. And that's what we saw from Junhao there on that play. It was pretty ridiculous. Honestly, pretty game-defining so far. As Ultra Prime now with that Baron can still try to go for a push onto the tier 2. Niket has the Unbreakable Will, so will take up a lot of damage. The Equalizer already has been thrown out here by Zhang, and that means that RNG can go for the re-engage. Xiaoshu already using that first proc of needlework, looking for another one as Xiaoshu gets bursted down. Niket with another huge knockup, but he will get taken down in response. Wako is low. He will die as Milky Way grabs the kill, and RNG now with the numbers advantage and are looking to chase down Ultra Prime. The 4th shot will take down Zhang, and it'll be an absolute wipe for Royal. Never give up. Saber will fall. It is Xiaoshu who picks up the kill, and that is an ace for RNG.
I think that's the game. He's going to take this first game after what was a small bit of game of catch being played whilst that Baron was up. I don't think that anyone was really feeling like, oh, this game's done. Unless Xiaoshu...
It's 20 seconds on Wako respawning. Milky Way is getting bursted down a little bit. He has to pop... I think there's a Zanya's at this point. Yeah, there's the ace. There's the Nexus. Aren't you going to take a weird, wacky game number 1 win?
Huh. Okay, RNG Ultra Prime, I see you. I didn't...
That's where Ultra Prime likes to play their competition out.
And if RNG's game 1 is anything to go by, they're not in any coordinated frame of mind right now.
Dead. Just knowing that the Mbessa has priority, as right now Tonghyuan also has the wave in a good spot.
Knows about this. Not the ward.
Could actually just jump right over using that safeguard.
He's gonna do exactly that.
Okay, he's at 1,000. Jump it over, he steals it away. Milky Way wasn't prepared, and now he's gonna pay for it potentially with his life. Shockwave gonna try to buy some time, but Junhao flashes forward. That's first blood and first strike for UP.
Wow. Just very unfortunate for Milky Way that there was a ward in the Dragon Pit that still had vision of the dragon as well to make things worse. So he's gonna die. Waco. Flash will go dead.
I was taking a sip of water. I was.
But there's still time. There's certainly still time.
I think we realized that's gonna be the real Nico. As Chain of Corruption comes in, and there's the Nautilus.
Many items in the game. At the risk of seeming stupid, the item, you see the red like thing behind what is a dagger.
Yeah.
See, for the longest time, I thought that was, you know, how it gives you a shield.
Be slow. Okay,
Just
got it.
Be slow.
Hey, we got players on opposite sides of the map right now. Saber in a lot of trouble as Niket's able to pick up that kill. The tower's really heated up though. One more.
I mean, look, Saber's brought out some very fun champs throughout at this split 2 so far. The Zed, the Yasuo. The two that will probably be on the edge of everyone's mind. Okay.
Not much too much of that yet. Wow. Niket popping that Pop Blossom early as now your King Combo collapsed. Jong with the unstoppable onslaught will pick up that third kill here for Ultra Prime. Milky Way has to dash away. Junhao with the kick back off the ward hop. It will be matched up here by the public execution. Junhao combined with the shockwave of Tangyuan, who has arrived to the fight, and somehow Milky Way is still alive. Nobody can kill the Viego as now it's just two tanks trying to wail away at RNG.
The opposite end, Ultra Prime. Saber should pick up this tower. So Xiaoshu might have something to say about it. Yeah, should die to the grubs, get that little bit of local gold in. That feels good at the very least to try and make something of what should have been a very positive play. Like, Niket kind of whiffed on that eco on the big time. Oh, hello, that's the real one.
Yeah, hitting Niket again. Xiaoshu with a really nicely timed dredge line, and Junhao's able to pick up that kill right as that dragon is up and available. Looks like instead mid lane going to be a prio as well. So Ultra Prime getting a couple of big picks, and it's allowing them to get 2 towers here as well, just 17 minutes into this game.
Yeah, seems like Xiaoshu should answer out up here on the top side, so at least something for RNG, but yeah, very short range. But then it's all about this kick, right? Watch this Warthog kick. Angle's not great, so
Looks like Ultra Prime are going to start up this Otacon, and not really much space for RNG to try and contest it. I think this one is just down.
Yeah, they're just letting this one go. Oh,
and that's really, it's going to get matched here by the Choo-Choo train. Jong runs down. Okay, Tangyuan not able to pick up that steal. Realm Warp did come out but not utilized. Can Ultra Prime get all of these roses?
Hey.
Looks like no. And so RNG now could go for a potential collapse. Niket and Milky Way are here. Pop Blossom will connect only onto Saber. They're going to try to burst this rise down, and Xiaoshu will not be able to. Niket's the first to go down. Decimating Smash only lands onto one. Junhao dashes forward, but then gets safeguards right back as Dredge Line will go wide. Looks like now battle lines have been drawn. Milky Way trying to pick up a couple more of those rose petals. Jachi gets hit up here by the... A little bit better for sure. And now looks like it's going to be Jong starting up the engage. Niket is down before he can even do anything in this fight. Already a 1-0 as now Ultra Prime can start up this Infernal Dragon. Again, would be sold for them. That is a huge advantage against the squishy team composition of RNG. To try to fight this 45 because they have to. Here comes Xiaoshu, Hex flashing over, landing the dredge line onto Tangyuan. Decimating Smash comes through. That should be the fight and potentially more. Xiaoshu going forward. He's trying to soak up some damage, but it's not nearly enough. And they kick Milky Way right back in. It's Junhao making the play, and only Jachi's alive is to run back to his base.
Goodness me, RNG. That should be pretty much the final nail in the coffin, and we should be going to game 3. Gold difference might be 3,000, but I feel like at this point the ease of execution for Ultra Prime, the Infernal Soul with the icon on top of it, this should just push Ultra Prime into a position where it's very difficult to lose this game.
And that gold lead just got a little here for Ultra Prime. Obviously, RNG need to just find that one kill to get a reset for Milky Way instead of a fight for the team, but nobody's really in a good position to do so. Tangyuan has to use that shockwave defensively. They're going to try to collapse onto Junhao. 3 members onto him, but already Niket is falling on the backside. Finally, it will be the jungler for Ultra Prime down, and the first reset here for Milky Way. But he gets hit up by the Chain of Corruption before he can do a damn thing in this team fight, and so already Ultra Prime still taking control. Jachi picks up one. He flashes away to try to escape from the rest of UP.
As you can see though, they are very interested in starting it up. Off they go again. I mean, Sion can just control so much space with how big his health bar is.
They healed off again. Dredgeline just going a little bit wide. Double onslaught does not connect, but the Chain of Corruption will. A huge ultimate from Niket, but there's no follow-up here for RNG. Kick goes and sends the big carry Jachi right into the heart of Ultra Prime, and it's 3-0 in favor of them as they go right back to the Baron. Jong soaking up a ton of damage, will not go down easily as Xiaoshu will Hex Flash over the wall as well. Gonna try to play this out 2v5. That is not good odds, but maybe Milky Way likes them. He picks up one, public execution over, but Milky Way will get shut down. Xiaoshu picks up one on Owako, but it will be the ace secured for Ultra Prime.
It's a 5-for-2 for Ultra Prime. Going to go on to secure this Baron as well. Excellently played team fight despite no one's going to be down here. all about this mid lane tower, guys. Tier 2's gone.
Still
Prime's
Baron.
being very, very patient.
Yeah, Baron Buff still on 3 members, and Zhang just going straight in to try to force another fight. Pop Blossom comes out, but the Ken is just way too weak at this point. He's down to the 8th time this game. Milky Way dashes forward, trying to find something, and finally they will shut down Zhang with the shockwave. Here comes Xiaoshu over the wall in a 1v3, looking to try to find the outplay, but Saber will lock him down and find an overload onto Jachi as well. Ezreal's forced to flash away. They are not quick on this play, so they're going to start up the Elder Dragon. Xiaoshu instead opting to cancel his reset and go for a potential 50-50. This is a good play. If you are RNG, you're already down so far behind. Zhang will dash forward. There comes the depth charge in onto Tongyuan. He's going to be in a lot of danger right now, but still is alive. Shockwave doesn't find anything. Pop Blossom comes through. Will it be enough? They're dashing forward, but Ultra Prime are controlling this team fight. Only Jachi lives, and it's not going to live for much longer. Wako will finish the job, and we are headed to a game number 3.
We had pretty strong suspicions just leaving the draft, but it's played out almost picture perfect for Ultra Prime. And what a kick from Junhao to round that was in a very successful Lee Sin performance. 11-3-13, and he is having a fantastic day, as a matter of fact. They'll cap off game number 2 here. 4 members strong. Take us to game number 3.
KDA, 11-3-13 here for Junhao. As you said, fantastic day for him so far. But it'll be all for naught if Ultra Prime don't pull off the series win. They're going to have to do one more.
Too good. All right. Game 3 to determine the single matchup we have left between RNG and Ultra Prime. There is no double round robin. This is the last game you'll see between these two in this stage. Single best of 3.
And then the Dragon's taken, and then back towards that top side, we will see the likes of Jachi go, who did initially rotate top side, I think, to allow RNG to contest around those dragons. Milky Way, she got a skew.
Oh, so
Failed
close!
it!
Junhao, try to add another clip to his montage. Milky Way needs to be a little bit careful. No flash on Niket still. Hang on a second, Junhao going for a wall stun, and they catch him in the handshake.
Oh, into the hostile takeover. Makes a Jachi's attacking Tangu, and they blow up the Ricardo. Big team fight ult down. Still no quickness on the Cat. Worth noting though, of course, Junhao with no ult of his own on the Skarner probably wouldn't have the most fun walking forwards here. So we'll still likely beat that Dragon with little look at a contest. Instead, we see Junhao pinging his way towards a topside Scuttle Crab and a potential invade into the jungle for some wards. Removing some wards as well as we speak about it. There's a couple control wards down and about, spotting out the Skarner on his journeys through the jungle.
Force off the top. This is a bit of a problem. If Jace doesn't feel like he can wave clear like this, they're teleporting up there too. I mean, he had to come back from this, but now the problem is, we are now going to see how much damage Yorick does to towers with just a Sheen and the Maiden. This is,
The bonkening.
These towers die
Bonk.
very, very
Bonk.
quickly. This is with 2 grubs.
Bonk.
You know, if we could, hang on, this is going to be first turret to the side though. Okay, so on the other side, RNG do get first turret. However, look how quick that was from a higher HP there. I did bring over the other member, but still, I think that given the
these ghouls 1v1 and a little less binary as a kit.
We've got the Maiden again down towards this bot side. And again, look how quick these towers disappear here. Jace will be taking a tower on the top side, so again, it is even out. I think RNG are doing the right thing here. There is a teleport, and it's the Yorick going up there, and they take the risk and say, look, getting the Dragon is more important here. Yes, losing the turret is bad. Smite doesn't come through from RNG. They don't look for the steal. It's tower for Dragon, but I think Ultra Prime, I think they make this choice willingly, saying we don't want to be losing chance to play around side lanes later, especially when we're afraid of an Infernal Soul coming through.
I think that's a fair shout, and I think I'll also say that you saw Milky Way and Xiaoshu doing some body warding. They tried an accelerated shock blast to see whether there was a bad smite on Junhao, and that's about as much as you want to commit there, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I do think RNG, they don't feel bad about this, though. Mid lane out of turret opens up a lot of opportunities.
Pretty good jack of all trades.
I will say, though, hard composition to play into. You have to play into a lot of disengage. You go into that Renata ult, kind of sucks. If you, hang on a second, we do have the attack. Yeah, this is the kind of moment where the range advantage comes through. Where is the Skarner? He is here. He could potentially go for a smite steal. Remember, they do have really good space buying tools, and they're getting shredded, or RNG, by that Atakan.
Yugen not here. He can get the tier 2. They take the Atakan, but they're going to trade this tier 2 at the very least for it. It's just the withdrawals. Remember, you can play the map wider against it.
Yeah, there were, I mean, there's...
And trying to play around that. Here goes the Dragon.
Jace has gone top side. Both top laners have teleport. Yugen, I really want to see how much value he's getting here. Felix is pushing mid. Here comes the wall. I guess Ultra do want to flip this a little bit.
the Rakan and the Wukong. Hard to keep them out with their mobility. In goes Milky Way. Win the smite fight with the feather pull as well.
Oh, the impale.
Into the impale. And the cat is just... Play this one out, try and find some damage in, but couldn't quite secure as much as they were hoping for. At the end of the day, the ults are not that long a cooldown if they can buy some time. Weaver will
Milky Way!
Milky Way with a wonderful cyclone to the backside. Gets multi-engage ults. And Niket and Milky Way go down. The angle looked great, but it was just punished in a matter of seconds. Eugen now here begins to throw down some last rites. Welcome to the funeral. And it's RNG. We're all mourning.
Xiaoshu tries to jump forward, might be able to get Egypt, but no, the sustain is there. And Ultra Prime, in a situation they have so commonly fallen apart, with pressure mounting, find themselves the play which will break the game. It is gold, it is Baron, it is time which is worth its weight in gold as well for Ultra Prime. RNG fumble around the Baron, and oh, such a storied organization. It hurts to see them like this.
I thought Milky Way found a phenomenal angle, but there is no ult on. Yorick is threatening elsewhere as well. It is no easy feat to secure clean engage if you don't have all your tools.
And the cat's going on to Xiaoshu, but I don't know if this is a... I don't think you can cash this in. Xiaoshu's caught out now on the bad end of things.
Gets away, but Saber has to flash away from the cyclone. That's potentially dangerous. Puts Saber in danger. The Impale is wide, and they've used a lot of big tools. Saber goes golden. I think he's going to die. Big pick for the side of RNG. All the while, they'll look where the Yorick is.
So, EJ chooses not to join this play. Ultra Prime give up one and the Dragon, but this is a Baron pushing. I mean, we're still flipping, I guess. I think Ultra Prime just want to stop the recalls right now. Look how quickly this dies. This is a 3-item hull breaker. Yorick, he's going to kill at least the inhibitor. There must be recalls. And remember the back... I mean, could he save for a Nexus turret? I think with eyes off of the recalls. Look, EGN, the Yorick micro, very poor from EGN. This is not the kind of thing you can lose. You don't have that for the big fight now, but you have committed towards the bot side. Here comes the fight.
And they've split off Wukong's clone, not Wukong himself. The quickness burn for that. Pale also down from Junhao. Now they find anything between worlds. It's on to Saber and Junhao, but the damage isn't that high. They'll throw down a Redemption. He opens us back up. Stun again onto Milky, but at this point he's pretty damn tanky. Teleport behind.
He's going for the back door. He's going towards the back door.
They need to get out of here. This would be so... Milky might want to stick around, but where is the Jace? In the base, in fairness. They will lose an inhibitor here nearly for sure as Milky Way throws down the Cyclone. Into the Inferno! Margaret Inferno angle with the Cyclone. Sorry.
Calibrum, they're still fighting on the Dragon. Here comes the cat. Goes in towards the combo. Dragon gets lower, but they're buying time for the Yorick.
It's going to be a split push fight. Milky Way desperately low takes it. That's Infernal Soul. Needs to get out of here as the fight. Wacko goes up into the air. Impale with the X-Tiles. Impact does work. Wacko trying to survive with Milky Way. Can't secure it. Into the back goes Tango. Cannot find the skill shots. And they lose everyone but Jace.
Wacko goes into the team fight and it eats them up. Yorick's still in the base. Xiaoshu not able to join the fight. Ultra Prime still lose the Infernal Dragon, but there are teleports coming in. Ultra Prime want to end the game.
Surely it's over. They'll have a wave coming on in. They've got one down bot side. You've still got 30 seconds on anyone meaningful.
So, EGM has his maiden coming up in a few seconds. Multi-lane push. I think they have to just concentrate onto one side. Xiaoshu trying to go onto Saber. EGM is just going to slaughter the turrets.
And there's the seismic shove. It's buying time, not clearing the waves. And Ultra Prime play PvE. Great enemy felled. Yorick with the maiden to boot becomes the Elden Lord.
Rekindled in very lane dominant. However, Assume Jway, while I think they've been solid, I think Pei's in missing. I think particularly Pei's missing. I think still has a couple of those skew-if moments.
She's just salty she fell to both sides of the
coin. Two of them are up, always, no more, no less. Shun can dive and use the W to reset the aggro. Takes it first.
So which one's the master and which the apprentice? I think Sheer might be saying both of you are. The flash on out.
Make this a little bit easier. Jway missing coming through. Flash is afraid of that flash starting strike.
There's that Rune Prism. I ain't afraid of no ghost summoner spells. And Jway perhaps should have been. Needs to not cross the beams. There is a bailout on top, but it will mean nothing. The overload is not enough to finish off the side of Care.
Mistake looking for the recall in that part of it. Shun now walking into Shadow, maybe in a bit of trouble here.
A bit afraid. Should have been not walking into the Rancor pit, and Shadow was waiting there, and there is no door to drop on Shun's head. He dies, and it's a Dragon afterwards.
Oh, that's really good for FPX now. Shun, he's a player, of course, been to World Finals and had a number of great performances for him. He is not without his inconsistencies, and right here, misreads the map. Shadow, the player for FPX who I need to see step up to see them win, and we've seen that recently, actually, is now on the board on that 1-0. We said maybe not the pick we want.
So they'll just take the trade and the cleanse down. Maybe find something else afterwards. We look bot side.
Arlo, left alone on this side of the map. Anyone's coming to help him? No. Care pulls the ultimate. Arlo has no flash, and that might be his undoing. Here comes Scout, though, with the Realm Warp.
It'll be the Death Star run underneath the turret, and unfortunately, those turrets were fully operational.
The lane assignment right here, I think they do a good job of allowing Scout to pick up some farm, and then JDG put the top laner into the mid lane. Oh, wow.
But it's into a mount of Ezra Barrier, still got the bailout on top, can look to keep playing forward, tries to flash up and get the bailout, does so, resets in, and they get the other! Assume with 2, a little...
Get 2.
Nicely played, can't take it down fast enough, can shouldn't, so FPX in danger with Shadow looking to come and punish. Flash on over the wind becomes lightning. He knows force lightning too, looks to Audacious charge on forward, a little bit of that force power, the seismic shove will bring down the Jace in the top lane.
Arla, twice the pride, double the fall, gets collapsed on before he can finish off the kill, and now Care is left alone bot side. Sheer can recall, teleport towards top side, but Shun maybe feels like he can do something with missing. That's 1 stun.
Flash, shattering strike, crash down with a magnet storm afterwards. No, Shun tries to do some work there with the call of the pack, throws some dark in daggers. And there is always a few... The Scout needs to run away. Probably the better part of Valor here is Shun now in danger, throws out the dark in dagger, sends the dogs on forward. Sheer now in danger, and the power is indeed unleashed. And they find a kill onto the side.
So FPX not only mess up the Callista Ren Smite combo, Sheer also mispositions in a way we said he couldn't afford to do so in the team fight as well. I've not been impressed with Sheer's sign from what I've seen from the last couple of games, and now FPX is starting to give more gold over towards a very high damage team, which can punish them for this. And to make things worse, the Herald isn't just going to slam into top lane, it'll slam into bot lane too. You can make the angle here. So JDG take a huge power play.
Oh, beautiful.
And FPX, they start falling very far behind.
Navigate the asteroid field very adroitly and manage to secure that one despite the odds being against them. Scout here to defend. Can't quite claim the turret afterwards, but nice piloting skills there. Millennium Falcon of the Herald managed to get that one. Shun though needs to get on out. Flashes away to save. Arla looking to stop some backs. Nice far side. Alterate for the flash handshake. Arla's gone too far. They picked that one up. Care is the one who gets that. Cold of the pack allows a moment of invulnerability. Shadow in a 1v1. Still trying to run out with Shun. Will surely get the damage. They get one back. The trade still continue to fly. A Scout is now clearing out the wave but dies as well. And the Sith Empire crumbles as FPX are waiting rebels indeed. They are scum. Find that kill. Arla will return to the scene of the crime though and bring down that battle station.
Heal off fit much better with those Qs, and that's going to be going down. However, FPX, maybe they just say, right, we're going to go towards Soul Point instead. You can take your Khan. We'll choose to believe in the Dragon Force. Get themselves third dragon on Ocean Soul.
Wincon secured with that Ocean Soul point. Again, you've got the Callista, your ability to flip imbalanced fights. Is there, or imbalanced smite fights specific?
3-0. Yes, only one of those was against a really top team, but still, I think there's a lot of props that have to be given to FPX who are fighting above their caliber, and they get a pick.
Oh, nice pick off. Missing is indeed missing in action. Spartans never die. He certainly does. That's a nice pick off there. Turnaround damage with that shock blast is good. Scout off vision.
It was the big one, not the shock blast. Oh, can they find him in there? Remember, he used his ultimate flex forward, the handshake misses.
Tries to run away with the phase rush, still on top of him is Shadow, looking to get on top. They're doing so much damage as soon. Will surely be able to trade out him, and my god, Scout tried his very best at a 1v4, but the Callista, which do translate into being a bit tanky as we come towards this dragon.
20 seconds till the dragon. That Seekers is so important for the one big fight at the game. Great poke from Paze. Jace can do the same. Can they get the pick? Though missing again!
Tries to play frontline, is not swift enough with the flash or the crash down. Dies for the decimating smash stun.
Oh, missing. You can't afford to die like that. It's one of the reasons we criticize him here. Paze got some great poke down. Arla could as well. Scout has to go just panic shove bot lane because they have to deny them options. I think FPX just rush towards the dragon and they just hope that, you know, there'll be enough poke coming through. Yes, Scout will get this and he has the realm up, but if FPX get the dragon, they don't give a damn.
Have to play for the fight regardless. Shun on one side, Pazer on top of their very split off. Arla looking for poke. Landed a fairly decent amount onto Joy already, but the dragon now secured. That is Ocean Soul. Scout now split off. Not quick enough on the turret take. Got to try and run away. Does get the turret in the phase rush time into the realm. All the while the hostile takeover comes crashing across Jing Dong Gaming, who aren't doing very much gaming. Disconnect them PCs. It's looking rough out here. The monitors must be turned off as Paze needs to get out of there. Avert your eyes, fans. JDG fumble over the last 2 minutes.
FPX have had 4 series losses, but strike them down and they might just become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. JDG 3-0, getting sucker punched here.
Head towards the Sarlacc pit, Baron pit to pick up a final buff here, and they will slay it with aplomb. No Jabba's barge required. FPX, Soul, and Baron, and a fantastic game state to play from here. At the very least, JDG.
Very crucial lore piece of information.
That's one way to drop lore, I suppose, but over we come.
Care coming in just to separate them away from the turret. They just want the turret. They don't necessarily want the fight afterwards. That'll take it. Sheer's going to go push up towards that top side. JDG have the grubs. They can take towers more quickly. But FPX with the Baron can't exactly be stopped now, even with some decent wave clear from JDG.
They have got a fair amount of wave clear. Dark Daggers, Corki, Rise, all very good at that. The Jace can shove out waves in the side lane, but they're still trying to claim as many of these turrets as they can. As you noted, we only had one turret take from FPX before this. If they can make this into a big economy Baron, get some tier 2s on top of everything else, it feels pretty good here in the grand scheme of things.
Sion has teleport too. The gold lead's being lessened on that front, and I do think that Sheer can at least play to wave clear. Has the Ocean Soul now, so he can at least get that ticking, so it's harder for the Jace to kill him in a side lane. He'll try it. In fact, he's
now
going
as
to try.
well, the Realm Walk comes on in. Care is in danger. Will Seismic Shift shown away, but still has a lot of ability to keep on going. Flash away. Trying to get the wall right down. Pays, landing a big one. Dark and Daggers come on through. Care will likely die. Nice pick off there as the Realm Walk came on through as well, but all the while, FPX continue to shove to get a tier 2 bot side as well.
Yeah, are we going to get another big power play? I don't actually think you win the 4v5 against the front line without that Neferi ultimate. They can try, but I don't know if they win this against the Ocean Soul.
Set drive to maximum firepower as the hostile takeover comes flying across, and the hatred is strong with this one. Scout goes golden, but I don't think Carbonite will save you for long. Unfrozen, and unfortunately, look who was waiting. Jabba's there, laughing his head off, and so are FPX.
No!
They find the damage base in there to make it a turnaround, and they can't get more than Scout.
Easy to get tricked.
To wrap around behind. They've got wards in the enemy jungle right now.
And I really feel like Shun is such a danger point. If you can get into the backline, if you open up another option, things get very, very bad. Sheer trying to block off some skill shots, successful in doing so. Ren starting to come through now.
Shun's not going to get overhead, and they just have to give up the Elder, don't they? With the Ren's in, you're absolutely right. No real way to contest. Reset towards this Baron with the Elder on top as well. I feel like JDG just have to give themselves a double Uber buff now to play around.
Yeah, so, I mean, FPX don't end with this. That says a lot about FPX. Look, I've been very happy to see the growth from this team. JDG, I want to miss some key opportunities and get picked off at some important opportunities too. FPX now walking forwards. Shadow did land the W there. There's an Elder. Wouldn't put it past him with a GA to go a little bit further. Poke comes through, but yeah, if there's some Ocean Souls ticking, makes it a lot harder for that poke to stick.
Inhibitor number 1 falls, but you're going to need a few more of those to see to the death of JDG's Nexus. They'll come.
Elder onto Scout.
Scout's in danger. He was too far up. Yes, you're a Scout, mate, but you can't get separated from your front line too easily. Manages to ghost and run away. Shadow taken low. FPX actually slightly split apart here as their bot lane zoned away by Arla. Tier 2 in mid lane will still fall though.
I mean, some props to Arla. Really good skill shot accuracy, and the Ocean Soul is not active on a lot of these members because they're not hitting back to activate it. Elder falling off. JDG needs to pick off someone so separated that they can't be rallied around, or get so much AoE damage down that it doesn't matter. Because you're healing, yes, it's one person, yet there's not healing for all 4 people all the time. So, FPX, can they finish the game with this? It has been a good game 1. They've taken game 1s off of a hell of a lot of teams right here. JDG, will they also fall prey to that?
There's one around. Shadow throwing some wind, but comes Force Lightning around. Dogs go forward, but are forced to retreat. Dregs of Baron for 25 seconds. What can they get done with it? Sheer in the mid lane. Rotation up from Shadow to try and get towards it as well. And Scout's going to have to try and clear up this way, but I don't know how easy it will be to walk up and stay safe.
Really good sinking of waves. Really good sinking of waves. Flashing forwards for the knock-up. Here goes Shadow.
Audacious charge. The 3 Talon Strike is there looking for an engage. Though with a Magnet Storm turnaround. Shock blast in the backside. But FPX damn tanky at this point. Another audacious charge. They can keep on playing. Still got GA second lives. The hostile takeover comes on through as well. Feel the hate is what the Renata says. The pathway to powers some say are unnatural. Extra lives with bailout still to work with too.
It's another poor engagement missing, and now where is that engage? Arla jumps in, but he's got to be so careful. Knocked up, towers going down. Realm Walk might be able to get something, I guess.
Can't quite find it. They'll get one down to GA, but somehow Callisto returned. Has an Ocean Soul to work with. Continues to heal up.
This is it.
That's got to be game. FPX still manages to strike against our best teams in the LPL. They are never to be counted up. Wait, Lucas is back. Arla losing those attacks, knocked up by that decimating smash. Corki too, must Valkyrie away. Shun desperately tries to get some please down for the dog. Can't do it. To the pound you go. Bailout on top of Shadow will not quite burn out until just now. Pays alone in his little X-Wing. Cannot stand against the mass might of the FPX Empire. Another seismic shove, and Pays is made one with the Force.
Jingdarth Gaming is slain at the hands of the Warriors of FPX. Turrets will go down. It is a 40-minute game, and FPX show once again they do deserve to be here in Group Ascent, taking another game off of the top team.
1-4 they might be, but look at that game score. Rare is the series where they haven't been able to get...
Boom. Right, much better team fight from JDG this time. Much better. They have point and click engage. They have strong carries. FPX, they're going to have a harder time, but however, they do have...
Shadow with the Comet Spear helps secure at least one and deny the whole set. In goes the rest of the combo, though. Missing. He's so excited he didn't get an aftershock. He's gone.
He just gets completely popped. Missing again.
Back away on this one. We head towards a look into mid lane. Scout in danger! Last auto! Solo kill, forget! And he's... Don't have the Lilting Lullaby popped on him, so gets to stay a week. No need for the anesthetics yet. When are we getting a Surgeon skin? Now the Aegis comes up really fantastic from the angle on Shadow, who's surely about to fall, does finally die. Missing in danger, assume needs to try and ult and find a way on out. Can't quite get the kill. The passive doesn't come on through. And JDG find loads of kills as FPX fumble in the rip. Chunk there from Sheer, but I don't think it's going to be a lethal threat. Missed the big cannon. I would love to get to this wave as well, but that's a big wave for Sheer to play around. Sheer's coming on up though, and he's still held onto the W. Sheer now in danger. Gets knocked up at the Grand Starfall. It's all been a ruse. Arla now in danger. Finally puts up the steadfast presence, but to what end? Flash for the Comet Sphere. Flash over the wall.
Oh, the predicts!
Is a wonderful predict from Care, who goes sliding and gliding and divides Arla from his health bar.
On top side, does have flash, does have ult. Is he going to have to use them? Might just have to.
Uses one, but the rest of FPX now coming on up. Initial one-man Captain Rain, unbinds the soul, gets knocked into the wall, tries to rebind it. Scout now in danger, flash away. Assume under the turret, ults on in, gets the kill, and they've already tagged up the turret. FPX clean, done. A bit heavy as they'll look towards mid lane. We're looking for an angle, flash for the head.
Oh my god!
He's in danger, flashing on forward last order of the Grand Starfall. Knock up from the depth charge brings them low. Turret after, Lilting Lullaby prevents the follow-up. And FPX went looking for Pays, but if you aim for the Prince of 80 carries, you best not miss.
It's not good start, but you don't have a way to cross the wall. We do potentially have a solo kill, though.
Sheer's nearly at Mega. Arla's going to die here, surely. Last auto does it. Doesn't even need the Mega. Good work from Sheer.
Across our league. Yone didn't manage to finish off this dragon, so it is potentially going to be just finished off by FPX here. JDG not able to stick on both sides of the map.
Pick that up. Feats of strength worth noting. JDG to get rocket.
Oh, he gets it!
Stolen.
Shadow panics. He panics and smites early. Missing picks it up.
A little less regularly. They'd like to play for this tier 1 on the bot side. Shadow, Jway, and Sheer all here with a Sum off to the side looking for a potential killer instinct angle. Turret secured. And FPX
tenacity from the base dragons as well. FPX won't want to give that up. Arla's going to get that top lane turret. Has the teleport. 10 stuff first. For FPX, you can see their score in the top corner. 1-4 in series. Aftercan started up, not the dragon actually. Holding this tri-brush is very important. The hook out of the brush can be very important. I mean, Divisic needs to be a little careful. Gets that one for free.
Sheer onto a tier 2, not here. Throws up the Sunset, down to 1000 HP. Trying to build towards a Mega, can look for a TP angle. Are there good wards? Beginning to tip back in now.
I think they look at this point. I think look, we give it. We don't have the terrain. I think giving the dragon that actually might be a problem. They didn't get the flowers. FPX don't know. Well, no, do they have any wards? No, they don't. Nah, going to be recalling. Scout will return to the flowers now. Of course, one of the big prizes from that. FPX give up an awful lot for Sheer to get even more gold advantage. I mean, it takes it so quickly. They are really playing. Hang on a second. He's just used E. Oh, Scout, that's a problem.
Got a Q3 available. Needs to think about landing, but steps away with Scout looking for the retreat. Flash. Oh, it's not going to be allowed because he's body blocked by Shadow. Scout trying to heal on up against the multiple shield. Gets Q3 over, but Sheer will flash to keep hunting. Spirit Cleave comes on through. Grand Starfall used as well. The ult from Poppy goes well wide. Scout is down.
FPX needed to play around. FPX,
don't know.
You can't. Taking a 5v5 is hard. They want to play through side lanes, but they also don't know this is going down. This is difficult. They need to check with a Kai'Sa W, Blue Trinket instead.
Look where Shadow is, though. He's on the bot lane. They're giving it up.
They're just giving it up. I mean, JDG, they make the right choice, but if Dragon's spawning, there is a ward in the pit. That Swell Seed is really nice.
It's a big chunk onto Shadow at this point in the game. The Swell Seeds with the AP behind them really sting.
Jway, does he flash in for something? Pops that E, gets hooked in. That's a lot of damage onto the Alistair. Has to pop the ult early.
Looks to go back onto Missing, who also eats a lot of damage, but the ult being down is significant. Zap comes on through, Keeper's Verdict wound up, doesn't get used though. W's begin to come
Pantheon ult, Pantheon ult.
Where is it going? Into the right backline. Arla trying to buy time as the who survived for a moment, but how much longer? On the other side, Pays excited. Sheer can't secure the kill as Pays is out to safety. Finally ulted into a wall. Will survive though nonetheless. This AD carry import from Korea will not fall.
With Swirl Seeds and Rockets, Jingdong Gaming will take themselves to a Game 3, determined not to get double tapped by these plucky upstarts Fun Plus Phoenix.
Oh, no flash on the Gnar, no flash on the Pantheon. It was always going to be hard to get onto the Jinx with her summoners up, and it was. Jingdong will not go down easily. They will not go down quietly. They bring us to a Game 3, but they are sweating here. Make no mistake about it.
I think the real MVP of that game for me is Shun on that lump.
It's blind to it. What if JDG drafted Sejuani plus melees? A lot of zone control, a lot of CC, a lot of safety, bluntly. This Victor and Jhin will not be easy dive targets.
Remember what we said, if you want to escape these matchups as FPX, you might need to use a teleport. Well, Ala's just had to use his.
Does Lambley gets over the wall, flash for the permafrost stack, should come on through. Care, now in danger, needs to find a bounce way to get over the wall, hops out, Wow Long on the cooldowns, missing, looking for the grand entrance, knocks him up. And Shun should finish him down. Does secure the kill, but it burns an extra summoner or two.
And you know, if he had gone for that, would have gone to Shun here. Gets through on that shield. He can get the ult tech. Gets a great W.
Still looks to go all out here if required. Hasn't yet to do so. Still has no flash. I think he just dies there as the Culver Meat comes back on up. And enough CC and damage to bring down the Cassandra.
That's a problem now.
Well, you can see on the picture in the mini-map. It's also strictly a picture-in-picture in kind of a particularly abstract way. But the grubs were started by FPX. They'll look to trade those out. Game and a mark towards those feats of strength. Yeah, can't get towards that wave until I have to drop another set of minions.
Power. That could be a good problem. Ala forced on bot side. He still has Dominus.
Yeah, just still looking for the Vault Breaker into the Smite slow. There's a Cease and Desist available. Still holding on that one for a second or two. They will now use it after the flash has been bowed into that Tangle Barb's Care. Still running away. Can't quite get the ult up in time. Still level 10. So it becomes a 1-for-1.
So at least the Renekton dies on one side, but I mean, you've given a lot of gold over to the Victor. You have to push in with your 4 grubs onto this top side as well. FPX, I feel like they've traded down in the grand majority of moments in this game. This Cassidy pick is just not working. That's going to be spread gold. I mean, it's between the Rakan and 250 gold onto Rakan means nothing, and onto the Sejuani means less as well. That actually means it's much less valuable for JDG. Dragon taken by FPX. Well, hang on a second, is it?
TP in is from the Victor. TP in turn from one of Care or Sheer. Looks like it will be Care. Arla needs to back away. Slices out. I think that might have been a...
Shun looking for the smite still. He's not just up yet. Shadow has a smite. Lands it this time for once.
Sheer now in danger. Still got that ability to try and escape potentially, but gets CC for forever. Flash and gets himself away with the Pathmaker for a second, but can't footwork any further. And the Grand Entrance comes on in.
Where's your
Jhin knocks
W?
Him down.
He uses the W far too late, my dude. We've been playing...
Very prominent. Rakan player in his own right. His mid lane, Herald is taken, immediately dropped down. Assume not flowing the ultimate or anything here. Trying to hold on best they can, but the tower falls regardless.
Oh,
big
Shadow.
chunk onto Shadow, who flashes out to safety, but the creds are going to get called. Care doesn't body block it.
It's hard to tell. You've got people flying at you, but again, this body language is all panic. FPX, you are making so many avoidable mistakes. They do have a combo here. The spot blossom's not bad. No flash.
All the time's also fantastic. Olive finally puts down the dominance, but they get the kill. And it's Care who gets it. Makes
They don't spot him.
They don't spot him yet. They've got that one warden now. May spot him out. All the while, down to 4k HP is the Atacon. Still looking for the flank. Dominance now pop. Looking to back away. FPX splits apart a little bit as a joke. The Glacial Prison in on the backside means that Care, even with that Seraph, will melt. Tries to hop away. The quickness from missing is brutal. Pop Blossom not bound onto Arlen, but they can't kill him till just now. The bullets keep flying. Makes it a 2-for-2. Trying to trade those out. Shadow gets a Vault Breaker, but Assume has to flash on in. Trying to get the autos down. Scout in danger. Sheer just about alive. Pays now flashing on out. Gets that shot on down. The 4th bullet is always the deadliest. Additional win right now for JDG. Assume healing up off the Krug camps. Flash.
Oh, Scout.
Deadly Flourish lands. No plays. Way to get out as he picks that one up. Shadow goes over the wall to try and get shot, and they finally ace. FPX went to contest, and JDG doing some work there in that game. Couldn't quite do it. Flashes secure it, and now Scout 105 pays with the ultimate Jhin number
4. Karen, he is level 13, but he's down 2k on the Victor. Scout caught. That is a problem now.
Gravity Field comes on through. The all-out is there. Scout goes down. The bullet time is a little late, but it's still a kill secured.
Okay, so Scout taken down. Air can go over the wall, get some damage down. They go on to Scout. Has no flash.
Puts down the Gravity Field, trying to play this one up. At the other side of it, already they've lost way. The turnaround damage still pretty good. 2,000 HP. Can they find the Smite fight? The withdrawals would be huge. Still playing for the fight. Smite got the win. Taken. That'll allow the withdrawals to play on out. Shun's alive, missing, and the rest of Scout's team looking to make some work. Arla with that dominance. Stun onto the AD carry is a lot of work, and they will find some more withdrawals. Sheer tries to play at the back end of it, and will not. They lose 3 of the withdrawals, but do get...
No, he doesn't. Pays level 16 now as well. Has that third tier ult.
Everyone's ults now back off cooldown. We've bought enough time for them. We go again. Shadow looking for missing, can't quite find it. Cease and desist with the bullet time combo. Oh, the missing, he's gone!
Oh, the Rakan's gone. That's a lot of the engage. Now, where is your ability to lock up the rest of the team? Could be a huge mistake by JDG.
Scare hunting forwards, the Rift Walk looking to drag them into
goes onto the clone.
They tried it onto the clone. Massive deal. Glacial Prison is completely denied. It was all a Ponzi scheme. Strawman argument. Shun in danger. Dragon secured. Shun down.
And here comes, honestly, a big wave for FPX. Of gold, I suppose. Probably not the way to phrase it. It's not a minion wave. They will get themselves the dragon. They will get themselves an objective. There is an identity. They shouldn't have been allowed to get to this point. Not with the early game that was happening. W and his E. That's the big check mark, right? Has he used his W and his E? Doesn't have that flash now for the ability to go forward. 700 gold for Kassadin. Puts him into a 1,000 gold lead against Scout, who's been leading against him the whole game. Will get himself towards Azonius as that third item. And FPX, maybe they can play around the Kassadin now.
Zonia's plus NLR, so has an additional bit of AP.
Hang on. They're split now. This is a problem.
Way looking for an angle, finds the tangle bug. Flash Pot Blossom, flash out from base, but it's not far enough! The Jin is dead, the bullet time after! Looks fantastic. Teleport in from our lane to the backside, trying to do a lot of damage. He will not survive the onslaught. Care, hopping around, goes golden, will need to Rift Walk somewhere, gets another shield, can't get to kill as Arla trading on out the backside in so much danger. 12 Vault Breaker into the relentless force, should kill off this Renekton. The double up won't land, but they kill off another member. It's a big win for FPX. You lose 2 in trade for 3.
I think that should have gone differently, though. We are in a one-team fight game now at this point. Care is strong. Doesn't have that dash cap just yet.
Buckle in, dear viewers, and keep hands, arms, and legs inside the roller coaster at all times. Welcome to the drop. Stun onto Care, but the bullet time over the Barret, over the dragon. They're trying to play this one out. They get the dragon secure, though. Sold for JDG. Does that mean anything at the back end of the fight? I think it does. That is unfortunate.
Flash ult, level 16. Might actually just get caught out here. Needs to be very careful the distance he goes towards. Spots Pays. He doesn't have flash. Did he get it? Yes, he does!
I'm gonna get the backside. Gonna get cease and desist in the Glacial Prison buys time. Care gets on top of him. Pays is meat. Shun trying to run away, but it's just bacon to go on top of everything else. They found another. They can look for the Baron after, and maybe even more. Care is hunting. Scout needs to be aware. Gets to go golden out of the gravity field. Can look to Whip Walk again. A triple kill into Azonias. The Kassadin pick comes out trump. Arla still trying to try to the backside, flash away, but Shadow keeps alive! They get another!
Scout goes down, 4 dead. Can they walk anywhere? They don't have the teleports. It's not the end of the game. It's Baron. And for the first time in this game, Fun plus Phoenix gets a gold lead.
All of the shutdowns, missings back in the life. Surely don't steal it with the Gleaming Quill.
Jesus Christ.
Looking for it, and there was no smite available from Shadow, so you got to worry. There's only 2 turrets taking the
He
entire...
just one-shot people now. He wants to get a Void Staff as his last item, presumably. Tower's going down. Shadow does have his GA back up. That's actually really scary.
There's an Immortal Shield Bow on this Most Fortune as well, alongside the Bloodthirster. She's not even...
Ala needs to be... Oh, God.
Hang on, look at the other side. Shadow's found an angle onto Shun. He's in danger. Thing goes missing with the quickness and the... Ultimate turn running. They're trying to find some time. GA will be popped. In comes the Arcane Storm. Shadow's surely dead to right it. Bomb Blossom engage! The bullet time is utter magic! We are frozen in a moment of history. Jing Dong Gaming find nothing but defeat near their own base.
What an ultimate from Shui. The pick that was banned from him the whole series might have just seen FPX take down the undefeated Jing Dong Gaming.
They lose 3. Arla and Scout must hold. GA bought from Arla, but there is no ult, no flash from Scout. His Zonius is not completed. He has no stasis. The play is not that easy. Arla going to try and clear out the way. They're keeping him away from it. Escorting the minions in. Assume is here, looking to get onto those turrets, tanking up some of them. The Nexus turrets are just collapsing. They've done it! Fun plus Phoenix rise from the ashes of the early game on the back of Kassadin's wings.
And Fun plus Phoenix take down undefeated JDG. If our league did not make sense before now, God help you at this moment. JDG fall to Fun plus Phoenix.